I'm Darren, and today I'll be reviewing this 5-string viola from Song Violence. Song Violence is a Chinese-based maker, so I bought this particular one off AliExpress, but you can find their stuff on eBay as well. And this particular violin ran me $474.05. So yeah. This price range is around the beginnery area, I suppose, but I mean, Chinese labor, cheaper, blah blah blah, machine made parts. I have no idea about the estimates. So I'm going to be going over the appointments of this, the quality of the stuff, and yeah. So first I'll start off with what it came with. So it came with a carbon fiber case. It's probably not actual carbon fiber, like it's probably a wrap around a plastic case, cause it didn't seem that sturdy, and carbon fiber, supposedly being rigid, I don't think it is, but it's got a look, and it came with a bow as well. This bow, in the same line as the viola, it's a Baroque style bow. So you can tell from the pointy edge and the construction, the weight and stuff. And you can see it has the small little cute little bit there. And yeah, it's a Baroque bow. The hair is thinner than a modern bow. So this one, the modern bow. You can see that the thickness is different. And yeah, snake wood, apparently. You never know, but I think it should be. And yeah, the frog adjustment works pretty well. And onto the violin itself. This particular violin has a spruce top. You'll notice that the body is very obviously not a standard violin. Yeah, you can see the F holes are also not standard. So spruce top, maple sides, and a flame maple back. The wood is pretty nice. Yeah. So you will notice that the finish is not really the best. You can see it's kind of plasticky, right? I am 99% sure. I'm a luthier, but I'm not a violin luthier. I'm a guitar luthier, and I'm also not a player. So yeah. Okay. Anyway, that's just some context. You can see that it does look kind of plasticky, and there are a few spots where you can see the finish is uneven. You see here it's shiny, and there's also a little bit of scratch, so it looks like they did some overspray towards the edge when they're spraying the shade. They go woo, then whoops towards the edge. But small detail, the purfling is a false purfling, unfortunately. It's drawn on, as you can see over here. It's distorted. Come on, focus. Okay, yeah, that's focused. So yeah, you can see the purfling there. It's gone from the factory, mind you. But hey, it's $500. There are a few defects on the finish as well that it came with. Not sure they can see it. But yeah, against the sunlight you can see there's a bit of dotties around. But wow, violin, what's the word? Relicking. Wow, it's vintage. Whoa. Okay. So, onto the neck. The neck is a satin finish. It's not the best satin finish ever. The grain feels like it was not properly sealed, so you can feel that it's rough. It's easily fixed with some sandpaper, but yeah. Over here you can see the parts have been individually finished, and because of that there is a bump. There's a bump over here. You can feel it with your fingers, it's not a small bump. And yeah, so the scroll looks like a scroll, and you'll find that the cut of the wood is kind of uneven. I'm not sure that you can see it, but yeah, you can see that over here you can see that it's like kind of curvy, but it's $500, and this is the tailpiece. Yeah, so you'll notice that it's a maple fingerboard and a maple tailpiece as well. This fingerboard is slightly lacquered, and you can once again see there's overspray towards the edge. Okay, I don't know what you can see because the light isn't doing it justice. And you can see that the end grain here is not well sanded. So, oh yeah. Honestly, okay, I don't know whether you can see this, but probably can't. But anyway, on the underside, right, you can see that it's been roughed out and nobody bothered to sand it. Once again, hey, it's $500. But yeah, just so you know what you're getting into. So, for the what's next to talk about? So the strings that originally came on here, right, were absolute trash. I'm gonna be moving on to playability and, you know, the stuff that actually matters about instrument playability. So yeah, the strings that came on here initially were absolute trash. The C string couldn't be played in tune. Like, if you went on it lightly, right, and you went on it fast, right, it would hold its tune, this one, right? But the C string that came with it, it would just like straight up like almost reach a C sharp. No, not a C sharp. Almost reach a C sharp half sharp. Yeah, C sharp half sharp. So yeah, the strings were pretty bad. I'll play you a sample right now. It has a tendency to bend a bit on the low C, unless you blow like pretty softly. And yeah, the tuners were absolute dog shit. Because there was absolutely nothing stopping them from slipping from the factory. It could not be tuned up. So I had to put some rosin as well as some graphite. I do know that there are PEG compounds that people use for this specific purpose, but it's just what I had lying around and it works, so you know. The top nut and the bridge were not lubricated as well, and the fine tuners were absolutely horrible because they were not lubed at all. Yeah. The sound post and the bridge setting. The sound post was alright. But the bridge I had to move it a bit because it was actually like way too forward. Way too far away from the sound post, which might be detrimental for the sound, you know. I'll probably have to do some sound post adjustments on it, but that's for another time. And yeah, so I guess it's time to hear how it sounds. Oh wait, one more thing. The tuners, as I don't know whether you can see, it's not of the best finish. There are quite a lot of chip marks. There, yeah, you can see the tool marks over here. So yeah, you can tell that it's an affordable instrument. The fit and finish were not well paid into, but we'll see whether the money was put in the right place from the sound of the instrument. So yeah. Okay, so now I'll be playing the instrument. Currently I have the Dario Pro Art strings on it. For the first bottom 4 strings, the last string is a string from a guitar mandolin set. I read about it in a forum because violin strings are too short. Viola strings won't tune up without breaking. They're not thin enough. So this guy found out, he tried a bunch of strings and he found this string works. And this is, well, I couldn't get that exact string, but this one is just like 0.1 millimeter smaller or something like that. So yeah, I'll be using the included bow as well as the modern bow that I have over here, just to hear the difference. And the rosin that I'm using is the Dario Dark Kaplan. The miking situation is just a 80-20-20 USB plus, just a short distance away. Yeah, so as you can tell, it does sound decent actually, you know? To my non-viola violin ears. I think it sounds fine. The E string that was originally under did whistle a bit, but you know, this one seems absolutely fine. Now I'm trying with the modern bow. So yeah, that's how it sounds. That is how it sounds. Great. The instruments. So I'm going to leave a bit of a scathing review on the AliExpress listing because the setup is horrible, you know. Action wise, it is a bit on the high side. And I do feel like the viola bridge that they choose to use is a bit small. Because this one is a 45mm bridge. And as you can tell, I was having a bit of trouble. I don't know whether it's due to a lack of practice. Like, I feel like you could probably work around it. But the curvature of the bridge, it felt a little bit off. Right? Like, a lot of strings. It's very easy to play two at the same time lah. It's not. I don't know. Might just be me. The string cuts are fine, and yeah. Is there anything else left to say? No, I'm gonna leave kind of a scathing review because of the terrible this, and the bridge stuff. Like, if I didn't really have as much like if I didn't know how to tinker with instruments and I sold this to some person who wanted to start playing viola, right, they would probably be lost because it simply wouldn't tune up, right? I've had a friend who wanted to pick up cello. He bought one, and the pegs kind of were the same way, and yeah, you know, it just kills the motivation. So yeah, not the best, but for $500, I think it's aight. I definitely want to set it up though, because yeah, it feels like the bridge isn't cut properly. Yeah, it's not balanced, and it's kind of thick at the end. Yeah, I'm gonna tinker a bunch of it. And to be honest, in hindsight, I wouldn't have bought this because if I wanted to tinker on something, I wouldn't have spent so much money on it. I wanted something that would be like, hey, you can play this. I mean, yeah, it is playable, but I don't know. I expected more. Was it too much to expect? I think maybe it is. So, yeah. Thank you for watching my review. You have a good day, and I hope this helps inform your purchase decision from Sound Violets.